Good morning, you guys. So we're going to be looking at slope. So if you notice here, I've got written down that slope. All right, and then I have M. So you should remember from middle school that the letter that is assigned to slope is M. Okay, and right now we're going to be looking at the graphing approach to finding the slope, which is rise over run. Okay, so what is rise? Well, rise is the change in Y and run is the change in x. So if I'm looking here at my Delta Math assignment, okay, I have to determine the slope based on the line that they have given me. All right, and so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing the actual rise. You can see as my mouse, I've got this little dot that has appeared. Okay, so we're going to go over how to make this happen and then how do we calculate that slope on a piece of paper in terms of do we need to simplify the fraction. All right, so our goal is to find points that cross at a good part on the grid lines, okay? So if I'm looking here, okay, you can see right here, this is a good point, okay? And then if I go up one, okay, if you notice right here, see there's another good point that it's crossing the grid lines. Okay, which means I have to go up one. Okay, so I've drawn my rise. So it says draw a line representing the rise. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to draw a separate line representing the run. So that's my left to right movement. So in this case, I'm going to draw another dot. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to drag it over here and click on it again. So essentially what you've done is you've drawn a right triangle, okay? Because you want to go straight up and down, and then you want to go left and right in a straight line, okay? All right, so what does that mean for me as I write this down, okay? So we had rise, we said that was 1 over run. All right, so now I need to count the number of boxes for this segment here that's going left to right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 5. Now, okay, because I'm here to get to this dot, I went left, so that's going to be -5. Okay, the other reason that I know that it's negative, okay, is because if this was a hill, okay, looking at it from left to right, this slope, okay, this would be going downhill, okay, and so that means my slope has to be negative. So anytime I'm traveling downhill, and that's from left to right, okay, so if I start at the left-hand side of the graph and I just go this way, the line's going downhill, okay, then my final answer had better be negative. If it's not, I've got a problem, okay? I've done something wrong here, okay? And you only want one value to be negative, okay? If you make this a -1, a negative over a negative ultimately becomes a positive, okay? All right, so now let's look over here. We're going to type this in. So I'm going to type in a fraction bar, okay, and then -1 over 5. Okay, now I know I typed here 1 over -5. It doesn't matter where that negative sign appears in the answer as long as there's only one. Okay, so submit my answer. Yes. Okay. Now, notice how here in Delta Math, okay, they drew their slope in a different spot. Okay. There's actually a couple of different spots we could have drawn those line segments. So don't worry. Okay. There's a couple of different ways. All right. Let's do another one. Okay. All right, so now that we've done our first example, let's look at our second example and notice some things about it, okay? So if I go left to right, this line is going uphill. So that means I already know, okay, in the back of my mind, if it's uphill, that my answer should be positive. Okay, so no matter what, when I'm done, I should be typing in a fraction here that is ultimately positive. Okay, now you have to find these points. Okay, well, look here. I mean, these are all really good points. Okay, so if I click a point here, I'm going to go up. If I click a point here, I go across. Okay, and I could have done this a multitude of ways. So now let's talk about if you mess up. If you click on the segment, that'll delete it. Okay, but look how I can do here, here. Okay, let me delete that. I could have done here to here. So you do have more than one correct answer. So if you were sitting next to me or you're sitting next to a friend, we could all click in lots of places on this particular line. Okay. So let's go back to here. I'm going to go up, here, here, here. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to calculate my rise. So up and down, so this segment right here, up or down, okay? So if I'm going up, it'll be positive. So up 1, 2, 3, okay? So up 3, okay? All right, and then now 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now here I'm going to go to the right. So since I'm going to the right, that's positive. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3 over 3, okay, that simplifies to 1. So my slope is 1. So I'm going to go down here, type 1, submit my answer, yes. Hey, and look how even still they mark different points than we do. So you have lots of options of making your points when you are creating your right triangle, which is what you've done. You've created a right triangle. Okay. All right. Now, the next part of your assignment, okay, and there's a second video, okay, I have introduced a review. Okay, and this is just to kind of keep helping you get ready for some of the concepts that are coming up in this unit. All right, good luck, you guys. If you need additional help, please let me know.